In Chapter 3, we will create the first detail of the escalator. And we'll start with Delete node. Select the Del group. Add Poly Extrude. Distance 0.057. Add Poly Bevel. And set the distance 0.018. Next, we will exclude edges that have more than 90 degrees. Select Ignore Flat Edge. And select edges that are less than 80 degrees. Let's go back and add more divisions. Next, we will create UV. Add UV Flatten, and then add UV Quick Shade. We see that the texture was not evenly distributed on the surface. Next, we will create groups for UV seams. Add the Delete node, and select the Del group. Delete non-selected. Next, we will group the points only on one side. For this group, we will use a bound. Let's create a bound and size it up a bit. But on the Z-axis, we reduced the size. Rename the group in line. Delete points that are not in the line group. Delete non-selected points. Next, we will sort the points on the x-axis in ascending order. Add sort node. Select a long vector. Here 0 and here 1. Let's put add node and connect points in a line. Select polygons by group. Without a sort node, the result will be something like this. Add node, resample. And set length 0.7. Next we will add in the group last and first points. Add the group expression node. Group name NPT. Select point valence. And click here. Select points. And we delete the points that are not in the group. Add copy to points. On these points we will copy a box. Add a box and resize it. Uniform scale 0.1. We will align this box to the handrail. So, add node match size. In the second input, we connect handrail geometry. On the axis X and Y, none. And Z, center. We will change cube size on the y-axis to include entire geometry. Add group node and connect the boxes to the second input. Group name UV Scene 1. Next, we will promote the UV seam group to the edges. Add Group Promote node. Select Edges and UV Seam Group. And we will keep only the original group. We see that the same result is also at the top. Let's open UV Viewport to see more clearly what is happening with our UV. Select UV Seam Group. It is a little better. But we will continue. We will create 2 more groups. One somewhere around here, and here. The most efficient solution is to use what we have already created. So, we will use the UV Seam group. Add Group Expand. Group name, UV Seam 2. Base group, select UV Seam 1. And 10 steps. Now we see that the selection has increased by 10 steps. Add another group expand. Group name, UV Seam 3. Base group, select UV Seam 1. Now we will promote created groups to edges. Add UV Seam 1, 2 and 3. And we exclude unshared edges. But in our case it does not change anything, just optimization. Now we are testing to see if there are any errors. Everything is fine. We continue to add previously created groups to the seam parameter. It's much better now. Add UV transform node to see how the animation works on handrail. Change scale. Now we will animate UV on the x-axis. Add soften normals node. Soften angle 90. Next we will add the clean node. Now we will delete all the attributes and groups that I no longer need, except normals and UV. At the end add a null and rename it in handrail.